Okay, so I thought it was time to make another video on my fishing boat here. I got the engine done, of course. I've already shown that, but I've got the interior of the boat painted now. I've got it taped off right now because I'm fixing to put the color on. I'm going to do this section right here today. I'm going to put the epoxy primer on it. I'm going to let the epoxy primer dry, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put the color on in between the blue there. As you can see, that's going to be a different color. It's going to be, what's it called? Indigo blue. I believe it's a Chevrolet color. The interior turned out really well. It's done. All I got to do is put all the features back in, and I got to put my my fishing equipment back in there. My Loran, my Humminbird fish finder, my Good Time radio, my VHF radio. I put the carpet back in it, and then that's it, man. It's ready to go fishing. Put my seats in it, of course. Might need some seats, plus I want to stand up everywhere I go. Put my seats back in there, and then I'm done there. You can see right here what I'm doing up here on the front right here. This brushed on part right here is epoxy resin. I'm doing the entire hull. Well, actually I've done the whole boat with this brushed on fiberglass resin. Not really for a structural problem with the boat, but the you know, the boat is so old. This is a 1971 Glastron walk-through tri-hull, and it's really a sound boat. It's really a sturdy boat, but you know, over a period of a few decades, the gel coat has begun to crack, and you know, that can lead to water damage when you put this thing back in the water. So I'm going to put this, I've sanded the hull with 80 grit with my DA, with my dual action sander, and then I'm putting this epoxy resin on here. I'm going to let it dry good, and I'll come back and hit it again with my 80 grit DA, and then I'll come back again and I'll put 4 coats of epoxy primer on here, and then I'll put the color on it. It's going to be the same color white as the rest of the boat. So we'll have a white interior with a indigo blue stripe, and then the rest of the hull of the boat will be the same white, same high gloss white. So might not have gone with the high gloss white because damn, that's going to be bright on the water. But yeah, it is what it is. I've already got it on there. I ain't taking it off again. But that's where I'm at right now. As soon as I get the sides done, then I'm going to take the boat off the trailer, and I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom of the hull as I'm doing the sides of the hull. I'm going to put the epoxy resin on there, and that's just a simple process of just brushing, mixing the resin, making sure you've got it mixed properly, make sure you've got the right amount of hardener in there, activator, whatever you want to call it, and then brushing it on evenly. And then you know what that'll do is it'll fill in all the tiny little cracks in the gel coat, and then it'll give you a lot better finish, and it'll also protect the gel coat from further deterioration. So that's really what you want to do. You really want, it's not really expensive to do that. I can do the whole of this boat with about a quart of epoxy resin. It's a whole easily, the whole of this boat with just brushing on a tiny amount of epoxy like that. So it's not $20, you know, and you can do the whole boat, and then you just come back and hit it with some 80 grit sandpaper, sand it down good, and put your high build epoxy primer on there, and come back and let that dry good, and then come back and hit that with an 80 grit sandpaper, and then apply your color, and you're in the water, man. So it's not really that big of a deal. This has really been a lot of work, man. This has been a lot of work. I've got some work to do the trailer. I'm going to paint the trailer when I get the boat off the trailer, and I'll show you how I do. A lot of people put a jack underneath this thing and move it up a little bit at a time, and a little bit at a time, and a little bit at a time. Screw that. I got an idea for that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to jack this thing up one time and pull the trailer out from underneath it. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So, but that's it, man. I've learned a lot about doing fiberglass painting and fiberglass work by doing. This is my first boat I've ever really gone through, but I've done a bunch of cars, but this is the first boat I've ever really tried to repair. So it's coming out really nice. I mean, the paint job is really turned out nice on the interior. Like I say, I'll have about $2,000 in this boat. I'll have about $2,000 in this boat when I'm finished. Now, it doesn't include man hours, of course. Honestly, I don't know how many man hours I have. Over 100 easily over 100 man hours. Sanding this boat, prepping it, doing the repair work on it. Doing some exotic structural repair to get the fuel cell out and all that crap. But I'm happy. I'm going to be happy with it. I think it's a nice boat for $2,000. I mean, the tri-hulls are really great bay boats, man. They really handle good in the semi-high seas. Like, you get into 3-foot, 2-foot seas, something like that. This thing handles it real well. So it really cuts through the water nice, and it's really a stable boat to have out in the bay. So that's where I'm at. It's just a matter of getting her done, man. Do a little bit at a time, as much as I can, and it's still too wet to do any painting right now. Got, I guess it looks like it even rained a little bit last night. It's still quite a bit wet, so I'm gonna let it set. And I don't want any water. See how this water's running down here? I just touched it, and I start hitting it with that air gun, with that paint gun, and the water's gonna run. And yeah. So just patience, time, and a lot of patience, and a little bit at a time, and you get her done. That's about it. I'm really wanting to get this thing in the water. Every step I take, it's like, hurry up, hurry, don't do that, just hurry, just get the thing in the water. But I don't think so. I want it done right, and I don't want to have to do it again. And you know what? If I want to sell this boat, I want to be able to get $2,500 for it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to show that I did everything the way it's supposed to be done. I used the proper materials, and yeah, if I want to sell this boat for $2,500, $3,000, then I'll be able to. You know what I'm saying? So this is really more like an investment, I guess, for me. And we'll just see where it goes. I mean, I guarantee you, I promise you, I can sell this boat for $2,500. When I get the paint and everything, and the new seats and all this crap in this boat, the Loran GPS, Humminbird depth finder, good time radio, VHF radio, new carpet, new seats, new paint job, not new engine, but the engine's been gone through completely. The lower unit's good to go. I mean, and I can show it all. All I gotta do is check out my YouTube page and check it out for yourself. See what I did to it. So that's where I'm at, guys. And I wish I could do instructional videos for you guys and show you exactly how to do this, but it's just me here. My wife works all day, so it's kind of hard to show you exactly how to do stuff and everything. It's just it's really simple. I mean, it's just having the materials, having a compressor to run your sander, and that's about it. So alright, that's all I got for right now. I'll get this color on here today. Maybe I'll do another video tomorrow, and see how it comes out. Alright, holler at you later. Peace.